Jot these down if you're a new writer. These are my 3 writing principles that I go into more detail about in my other videos, which I have linked down below. But as a summary, here's some things that you can keep in mind as you're starting 2021 as a new writer. Number 1. The first draft will always be a mess, and you can always edit later. For now, just write. Number 2, you found your inspiration, so you get to write about it, not the other way around. Generating ideas might be the best part of the writing process, but you're putting in the real work when you write about it. Number 3, routines, schedules, and deadlines are the keys to finishing your book. Every writer is different, so you can plan your schedule according to your lifestyle. Subscribe if you're ready to write, and also pause the video to get all that down on paper. Now that I've told you my recipe for writing, it's time to get on with the video. If you want, there's a picture on my Instagram page that you can screenshot and keep with you on the go or whenever you're writing, just to keep all of these tips in mind. Good luck, writers! There! Welcome back to my channel! You may call me Miss Introvert, and today we're going to be talking about the dreaded plagiarism. What is it, and how do you avoid it? How do you format the quotes the right way, and which format do you use and when? Well, you won't need to fear plagiarism any longer as I break down some truths about it for you. School is starting, or it might have already started for you. So it's going to help to have some pointers on what to do when you write your next essay, research paper, oral report, whatever crazy writing endeavor you're taking on this semester. Before I begin, like this video and share it with your fellow students and friends who are probably going to be writing something this semester so that they're able to write with responsibility. Also stay tuned for part 2 on plagiarism that I'll be posting on Tuesday. In that video, I'll be discussing how to format quotes in MLA format. How to stay tuned? Hit subscribe, of course, and join our introverted writing community. On this channel, I like to cover tips for beginning writers and sometimes have rants about being an introvert or rants about being a fangirl. And of course, I also sometimes talk about tips for your next semester in school. You can certainly take part in the conversation about introverts, writing, fandoms, or anything else we talk about. My comment section currently is pretty small, mostly full of crickets, but there's plenty of more room for writers or fans of different fandoms. Now without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. What is plagiarism? It sure does sound complicated, right? I mean, it's a big word and it sounds intimidating, especially with the amount of syllables that it just has to have. Plagiarism. Plagiarize. It's really just copying or pasting a quote or reference to something without giving credit to the original author, or without someone's consent. Even rewriting phrases you found in a textbook. No matter how many words your local thesaurus website suggested for you, it's still gonna count as plagiarism. And you might be able to get away with it sometimes, but not others. You might be tempted to plagiarize in one of these 2 ways, or both, but Max, stop scratching on the door. But it's just not the move. Instead, you want to base your research off your topic and then cite your sources correctly. It gets you a passing grade, yes, and it also makes you just feel so satisfied when you see that entire page of just citations. Maybe 2 pages. Or maybe you used a website to make the citations for you. I have a couple of them linked down below if you're interested. I also have a whole video on how to make MLA citations. Check it out if you need to. Number 2, how to avoid plagiarism. First, give the author you're quoting credit and then add in your own response. Picture yourself as a scholar. You just had a conversation with the author you just quoted, whether they're alive or dead. It's kind of fun that way, like interrogating characters. Listen to that quote as you read it and then give your own response. Are you expounding on it? Are you giving an example? Do you agree or disagree with what they had to say? What is your reader's response criticism? Comment down below if you want a video on the different types of criticism that you can make even as a student. Believe me, there's a lot. That might be a 2-parter as well. If you do disagree with the author, make sure that you're respectful but also confident in how you're writing what you disagree with. Also, pro tip, this doesn't really have much to do with quotes, but it has everything to do with writing an essay or even like making a speech. Use the word utilize instead of use when you write a paper or even answer a question in class. Professors love it. I don't know why, but they love it. It's a big word, and apparently it's like one of the best words you can use in college. Comment down below if you want a video on like the best words to use in college. Utilize is one of them. I learned that in my sociology class one year and I've never stopped utilizing it since. Sorry. Okay, anyway. To further prove my point, if I write down he used his non-verbal communication to make a point, I sound like an average person just answering a question. But if I say he utilized non-verbal communication to make said point, I sound like a freaking scholar, man. Anyway, back to quotes and plagiarism. If you need to go even deeper into the quote, then do even more research on the topic you're talking about and the author. Where did it start? How does it relate to the topic of your essay after being traced back to its beginnings? You might not have room for all of that research in, like, regular essay, but if writing is something that you are majoring in, then be prepared to do some extensive research. That can really be said of any major, especially if you're taking, like, more advanced classes. But as a writer, it's come up more than once. Even if it takes a long time and it's excruciating, the results are worth it. And it pays well to be accurate. And you got an A+. Good for you. Number 3, let's state the obvious. Yes, your instructor already knows about the book that you're quoting and what point you're trying to make while quoting it. You might have an entirely unique point that you're quoting, but usually they know exactly what's going on. If you're doing your own research, then maybe they won't, but who knows? For all we know, professors just have every single textbook, manuscript, article, and anything else that relates to writing and research just memorized in their brains. I don't know that, you don't know that, but do they know that? Furthermore, your professor already knows what you're talking about, but that does not mean you shouldn't include it in your paper. The whole reason for the assignment and the research is so that they know that you know the material and you understand the lectures that, yes, you have to listen to. They actually want the reassurance that you get it and that you can write about it. I know it's annoying, but it's the reason you took the class, to understand something. And finding solid evidence through research and quotes without plagiarizing only proves your point further. Now you understand it to the fullest, and everybody's happy, and you got an A+. Good for you. Even if you didn't, you did a great job. And those are just some of the ways you can avoid plagiarism and prove your points on paper. I hope this helped anyone who needed some advice about writing or school stuff, and this is just my take on the subject. There are plenty of other ways to look at this concept, and you can modify my advice however you like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and like and share this video to grow our introverted writing community. Stay tuned for Tuesday's video on how to format your quotes in MLA. Comment down below your strategies on research and avoiding plagiarism. Is there a specific method you use, or is there a way that you stay organized? Let us know in the comment section below. I would love to learn from other students and start a discussion. Well, that's all for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, check out my blog, and find the writing help you need on my Fiverr account. All the links will be in the description below. And stay basic. Okay, bye!